Morning everyone, I'm Jade.
I'm Megan.
We're Hannah's parents. I was asked to do an update or explaining the Hannah's journey this far. So at 20 weeks, Hannah was at her anatomy scan. They found that she has AVSD. We're not going to go into detail on that. You can find it on...
It's basically a heart defect.
Yeah, basically a heart defect. So January they detected high antibodies in the mom. It's called RH negative. We were told that she wasn't going to make it. They gave us basically days. Whichever intervention we chose, she basically wouldn't have made it. 3 weeks later, we proceeded to go to the scan in Port Elizabeth, where it was found that the RH negative or the anemia was gone. We decided then to give her a fighting chance by coming to Cape Town, because the experts on the heart are here at Christiaan Barnard. We were referred here by our gynecologist. So we arrived in Cape Town the Sunday. The Monday we had the doctor's appointment. They then phoned while we were thinking we were going to have a little bit of time. They phoned and said we need to pack Megan's bags and she needs to be at the hospital. Due to the high antibody count, which was going to again be the anemia. Hannah was then born on the 19th of March. She spent 1 month in NICU struggling to get her off the oxygen. They were trying to control it by giving her medication. We had meetings with the cardiologists, and it was then decided for her to have an operation called, or they putting a band on the pulmonary artery, restricting the blood flow to the lungs. That was a success.
Yeah, and then she was moved down to the pediatric ICU to recover from an operation, because she's already a month prem and small, and also just trying to get used to life in the outside world. The recovery has been quite a long process. She's had quite a number of complications from the operation itself. Not the operation itself was a success, but being so small in that and having to be on a ventilator for an extended amount of time has caused complications. She's also picked up an upper respiratory infection, which took about a week for her to recover from. From being on a ventilator for an extended amount of time has its risks as well. So one of which is that the whole throat area, whatever, can become quite inflamed. We started noticing a noise in her throat area, in her upper chest throat area, which at first it was assumed was to do with the infection. Where we're sort of at the moment is that one of the risks of having cardiac surgery is that the voice box can get damaged, and the lung specialist that we saw this week thinks that that's what's happened. They did a scope yesterday going into that area to try and see what's going on, and it's suspected that her voice box has been affected. It's not going to affect her speech growing up, but it's creating a sound that's coming out of her voice, out of her throat. And it's also suspected that she may have a condition called tracheomalacia, which is basically when the windpipe is floppy. This is also can be from being on a ventilator, but we will know more about that sort of towards the end of the month. Jade and I just wanted to update everyone on Hannah's, journey so far. And we also wanted to say thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much from everybody that has contributed thus far. It's been a difficult time, and we could also not be if it wasn't for being blessed by God, and she's definitely a miracle, and there's no explanation of how the anemia went away, but we can only say it's a miracle by God that she's here and she's meant to be here. So we're sure that He has a plan for her and where she must be. And we believe that He'll help us through this. And yeah, we just want to say thank you very much to everybody. Thank you.